Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. I know it's not Halloween. Alright, that's long past. But when it came to my Halloween videos, I ran out of time and I couldn't upload everything I wanted to. So that's why I'm uploading them past Halloween. But if you stop and look at it like this, at some point in time, it's gonna be Halloween time again, October. So somebody eventually will stumble upon my videos and watch it around Halloween time. So yeah, and I'm here today to talk to you about Disney Plus Goosebumps Season 1, Episode 8, You Can't Scare Me. This was actually a really good episode. Not everything in the episode was great. The beginning was kind of but like once you get like past the part, like the middle and the towards the end is like really good. It feels like a slasher movie and a movie, like a romance movie where it's kind of like a jilted lover who chases you in the snow and about to kill you. That's what it feels like. Now, this is nothing like the book or the classic episode, You Can't Scare Me. Basically, in the classic episode, it's like a girl who's not scared of nothing. And so these two boys are always trying to scare her and can't, so they pretend to be a mud monster. It doesn't go well, and then, like I said before, she ain't scared, she leaves, and then a real mud monster comes and scares the piss out of the two boys. This episode didn't have none of that. Well, I guess it did have some mud in terms of the scrapbook in the muddy water, but that's about it. And so, like, it would have been nice if this series would be a little bit more faithful to the books and have a little bit more goosebumps instead of being like a YA drama. But the YA drama in this episode was actually really good. Every scene with Justin Long is like priceless. Like he stole the whole freaking show. Him and Nora, well, him and what's her name, Rachel, or something like that. Howard and like Nora really stole like the show. And so like the whole chase scene was just like amazing. I wanted more. I wanted it to be brutal. James is super annoying in this episode again. Oh my god, why did they make James so freaking annoying? And then Lucas just is an idiot. Lord Jesus, have mercy. Like, he's such an idiot. And then so like there's of course the whole Lucas, Margot, and Isaiah love triangle thing. The scenes with the parents made no sense. Like, they could have been left out. Slappy's in this episode, and he's a bit different than the original Slappy. He's been disassembled, but he's still alive. He can still move, and he can still talk, which is weird because he was never like that in the original show. Because you have to always say that spell every time he's back in his new body that reforms and stuff. He still talks about how Nora is special, but they won't elaborate on that whatsoever. And so why the heck they keep bringing that up if they're not going to talk about it? They got 2 episodes left. Night of the Living Dummy 2 and something Horrorland. Welcome to Horrorland. And there were some scenes that were really death-defying, and it's kind of like, how did you survive that? And in a way, I kind of wanted them to bite the dust, but they didn't. The scenes with the sheriff, that dude got on my nerves. And the scenes with the parents got on my nerves at the end. The ending was kind of weak. It was that whole sappy, like, love conquers all bull crap. And then there's a scene that's like similar to The Ghost Next Door. And so they do big pick and choose, like, like from different books and certain things that I noticed. So basically in this episode, it starts off with the kids still in the scrapbook. They get out within 5 minutes. Now, one problem with that is, like, I already knew they were going to get out the scrapbook because Hulu spoiled that last week with the episode. Well, it wasn't up, but like the card was up and like the synopsis. So I already knew they escaped. I just didn't know how long it was gonna take. So basically, they're in like the mud and like the pages are like sinking, and so they sink down into like the school from the basement. So then, like, Margot somehow deduces that, oh, the book must be in the water and the pages are like, coming apart or whatever. How did she deduce that? Like, what if like he decided to draw like rain coming out inside the house? Anyway, so they're constantly slipping and sliding in like different pages. Now, the whole being in the scrapbook thing would have been cooler if like monsters would come after them. Then that would have been a little bit more goosebumpy, but it's not. They're down in the basement and then they see Howard's parents. I don't understand this. Whatever Slappy does to people, or whatever the goosebumps, mystical, whatever, it just sends people in the scrapbook somehow. I don't understand that. So, but why aren't the other people in this? Well, they are in the scrapbook. That's right. They was in the school. But it's just weird how everybody ends up in the freaking scrapbook. So they're all like, they won't move on until Howard's with them. And as the pages are like disintegrating, they tell them, tell them like we love them and stuff like that. So we get this really cool scene with Justin Long playing Howard and the teacher, and like they're struggling to get to the book. So he's basically wrestling with himself on the ground. It is hilarious, and I loved every minute of that. So he's able to draw a door, and the kids are able to escape within 5 minutes and stuff. After that, they're all like, what about like the teacher and everything as they leave the real house? And so they're like, just forget me. You have to hurry and find like my mom. So of course the teacher goes back into like the scrapbook as it's like disintegrating and stuff. And he's back in the room that they fell in, but the room is back being intact. I don't understand that. But I don't know, he's still inside, like, they're both sharing the consciousness. But if the book is being destroyed, how the heck is the teacher's soul still alive? See, this part don't make no sense. But anyways, Nora is like up north and she's trying to get rid of Slappy. I love the ice setting, the snow setting and the snowstorm and all that. So basically she's in the cabin and the sheriff comes in talking about, yo, the big old storm coming, 6 feet of snow. But then the sheriff starts to get a little too like interrogating. He's all like, what are you doing up here? And she's just like, oh, I'm just here to spend time, blah, blah, by myself. And he's all like, what's in the duffel bag? And he's all like, is that a dead body? I'm thinking to myself, dude, like he's treating her like she's black. Just asking a bunch of questions. What you doing up here? Why are you over here? Stuff like that. She's just being nonchalant, asking, like, answering very politely. But he's just being nosy and everything. So when he finally leaves, we find out Slappy is alive and everything. And he's all like, I knew you were special and blah, blah, blah. What is special about her? I don't get it. So basically, he's trying to tell her, come on, reassemble me and everything. And so, like, she just tapes his mouth up. And Howard is, there to pursue her and everything. And eventually, he makes it up there. So, of course, it's a big chase scene. I mean, a big chase scene. He's chasing her all through the snow. He slips and falls, hurt his leg when they're, like, struggling with each other. And she gets away. So she has a bit more of like, a space between each other because his leg is hurt. So he's limping as he's running. But he is in hot pursuit and he ain't letting her go. This was the most chilling, spine-numbing like thing I saw all in this entire series. I seriously thought like he was deranged and he was gonna hurt her behind. Like he is out for blood. And she's hiding behind a tree and he's just going back and forth in a line, wondering where she's at. But of course, like an idiot, she leaves from the tree and somehow he's able to catch up with her. And I don't know how because she had a head start and he's limping, but he basically knocks her down and she falls over like a small part of like a little hill part. But she's fine, but you know, snow is starting to cover up and he's all like, now just freeze and die. So of course he's happy because he got Slappy and he's putting them back together and stuff. So Slappy is now back. The kids, they head out to the cabin and they decide to split up. Before all this happens, let's get through the YA drama crap with them back in the house when they thought they was gonna die in the scrapbook. So moments as they thought they was about to die, they all start confessing. Isabella talks about how she's sorry she trashed them online, which why now that's why they call her a troll. I don't know what Margot said she was sorry about. I couldn't really hear what she was saying. Lucas talking about he used her dad's washcloth as toilet paper. I hate him so much. James, I think, said something like, you know, it's been a pleasure knowing you all and gonna miss y'all. And then Isaiah's all like, Margot, I have to tell you something. But then they get rescued and everything, and James is all like, well, weren't you gonna tell her something? He's like, it don't matter. So when they're in the car driving up there and stuff, Margot is sitting, okay, so it's like Isaiah, then is Isabella, and then it's Margot in the back seat. So Margot's texting him, is all like, you know, so what were you gonna tell me? He's all like, it doesn't matter. I thought we was gonna die, so it don't matter no more. Like, oh, that's cold. So they keep texting each other back and forth. She's all like, well, we could still die. Tell me. So Isabella's looking at both of them like, are you two texting each other? So of course they answer no. It's so YA drama, but that was kind of cute. So I like that. And so when they split up, it's Isabella and it's James. And instead of waiting inside the car with the snow's coming down, they're outside. And like James is all like, you know, those two are never gonna get together. So you have a shot, even though they really love each other, but they're never gonna date. So you have a shot at dating him. So Isabella's all like, well, why in the world would I want him now, knowing he's in love with his hot, like, next door neighbor? And so James is all like, I wonder, does like somebody deliver up here? So he checks his phone. James is so freaking annoying. So then the parents show up. And so they have to question James to see if he's real or not. And so like the parents don't really do much. The parents are awkward in this. So they go to find like, you know, the others. So as the others are trying to look for like Nora and stuff, so this don't make no sense. Isaiah decided to go with that with Margot and Lucas because, you know, he wants to like not have them be like together. But the dude only has one freaking arm while the other one's in a cast and in a sling. He's not going to be able to do much. So he gets lost, slips and falls down over the mountainside. He's dangling on like a root. With one arm, but they don't know he fell yet. So a couple minutes later, they realize that and they look for him, but they find Nora instead. And so because everything was getting like really like spine tingling and like edgy, they had to like have some humor with like the moms are like, am I dead? I'm just like, I'll let it pass for now, even though that was stupid. So Isaiah is just like dangling for like over 10 minutes. It's like, dude, there is snow everywhere. It's like a blizzard coming in. He's dangling, holding on one arm while his other arm's screwed up. And then somehow he has the strength to pull himself up. He's not even wearing gloves. Like, how the heck did he have the strength to pull himself up? But it doesn't last long because Slap is like, hi, how you doing? Scared the piss out of me. So then Howard is all like, oh, isn't this ironic? Because your dad was the last person to see me alive. And so he picks up a boulder and he's about to smash Isaiah's fingers. I'm like, dude, they are about to go there. I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that and everything because it will push this show over the edge. But then, of course, Lucas comes in and tackles him. Then everybody shows up. And then we get the whole power of love speech. Like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So basically the parents all like, dude, we're sorry, we didn't mean to do it and everything. He's all like, y'all killed me and everything. He's like, no, the doll like put you under a spell and blah, blah, blah. But we're still your friends. All this other crap. So with the power of love, he's able to break the spell. He throws Slappy over the edge and then he pulls Isaiah up. as his head is constantly twitching and phasing in and out. And so Nora tells everybody else, y'all can see that, right? So I guess they're special too or whatever. It's never explained why she's special and why she can always see and hear Slappy and stuff. So the parents get away with this clean. They don't take responsibility for leaving somebody in the basement as they burnt to death and everything. And the kids don't scold them or nothing because the parents literally let somebody die and crap. And the parents all like, yo, we're sorry. And then it's not only that, then they tell Nora they're sorry. They had her committed. They had her drugged in like the crazy house. And it's just like, okay, we forgive you and everything. And it's like what the no. So of course Slappy, oh no, wait, I forgot. So then Howard, he comes out of like Brat's body. And then he touches like Margot's mom's shoulder. So his ashy burnt body turns back normal looking. And then he sees his parents and he walks over to them as they're like mystical, glowy, like white. And then they go off into like the underworld, similar to Hannah and the ghost next door. So they all leave, and we get to see Slappy. His body is smashed and disassembled again, but his eyes blink, meaning he's still alive because of the next episode, A Night of the Living Dummy 2. The kids are at some kind of prom type thing, and Nora's all like, Howard's gone, have to worry about him no more. But then we see Brat go back to his home, and then we see Slappy still down there, and then we hear a voice talking about, it's about time you came back. But it's not Slappy's voice, so who the heck voice is it? I don't know, but this is just so weird. The whole Howard story is now over. What? Why end it 2 episodes before it ends and everything? This episode should have been the season finale. It felt like a season finale. It was edgy. It had you on the edge of your seat. Everything was resolved. This should have been the end, but now we got 2 more episodes. So what the heck is gonna happen now? What is the big end game of this season, I wonder, now that Howard is like gone? And what possessed the cuckoo clock and like the worms and the camera? I wish they would stop dragging it out. That wasn't that spooky. Alright, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.